bringing you another brand review from an eco-beauty skincare and body care brand that I think has pretty good brand recognition among eco-beauty enthusiasts, and it is Moon Skincare. For the longest time, I think a lot of other people used to call this brand Mun, which I'm sure is very annoying to the brand, but their branding has sort of changed over the years. I think that it was not necessarily super intuitive that it was Moon and not Mun. Suffice to say, I have known about this brand since right around the genesis of my forays into eco-beauty, maybe a couple years into my explorations. I'm pretty sure that they were carried on Spirit Beauty Lounge, which was the inaugural eco-luxury beauty boutique that I was actually just talking about with Marissa from Precious Skin Elixirs recently. We were just reminiscing about the glory days of Spirit Beauty Lounge and No More Dirty Looks. But I think I had gotten a very generous sample of their face serum, and I don't even think it used to be called Aknari. I think it used to be called something else. I would say within the last 2 years, I want to say, Moon underwent sort of a rebrand, facelift, refresh, if you will. Right around that time, I think it's been about a year or a year and a half now, the Akwi cleanser was featured in the Beauty Heroes box, and that was really the first time that I discovered the brand and really started to fall in love with the products. Since then, I have also become a brand ambassador for Moon, and I had the pleasure of receiving all 5 products in their range this past summer, having a very long extended Skype conversation with the founder of the brand, Munemi Imai. I think that's how she pronounces her last name. Learning a lot about the brand and having these products in my skincare and body care routine since the summer. I think that these sorts of videos are, I hope, very useful and informative for people, because I think what ends up happening is, for example, with something like discovering a hero product through Beauty Heroes, the Akwi cleanser, when you find a product that is just so outstanding, you naturally become curious about the rest of the range. Also because I am a proponent of testing skincare ranges as like a whole routine to really assess the efficacy and how it's going to work. Basically, I think you get the best results using products from the same range for as many steps as you can, although I know that that's very difficult for us because we're beauty junkies and we like to try lots of stuff and be like do our own skincare product alchemy on the daily. At least I do. So it's difficult to commit to one range. Something else I really like in particular about Moon is that it's so sort of essential and minimalist. And there are other eco beauty brands that have this sort of philosophy. I'm thinking of something like Kjaer, for example. They sort of predicate their brand on a minimalist skincare routine. Jordan Samuel would be another example. And I really appreciate that, especially I would say within the last 8 to 10 months, I have really tried to become much more minimalist in my routine, and my skin seems to be faring very well. AILA would be another example. I think Moon is just such an exceptional brand. I have really enjoyed working with them, and I'm very happy to discuss the rest of the products for you today, my thoughts on them, give you kind of some tips and pointers about where to buy them, how to kind of get the best deals, and things like that. So let's get started. Very quick little funny thing about this video. I actually tried to film it before work this morning and filmed the whole thing. Started watching some of the footage back before I left for work, and there was a single hair out of place that was trailing across my forehead for like all 25 minutes of the unedited footage. And I just couldn't deal. I was like, that's gonna drive me absolutely insane. Most people probably won't be able to see it, but I will. Delete all that footage, I'm refilming it. That shows you how kind of like crazy we get in this world, in this YouTube production world. Now I'm like, need to make sure there are no hairs crisscrossing my forehead. Okay, I think we're good. So as I've already said, the person behind the brand is this woman, Munemi. Her background is as a makeup artist, and I really appreciate skincare brands that come from a makeup artist perspective. I think that they have a very interesting perspective on skin, and one that I think is really quite aligned with a lot of us who are into beauty products, because focusing on the skin is really universally the best approach to perfecting your base so that you don't have to wear a heavy foundation if you don't want to. Really hydrating and priming the skin to kind of have a great canvas whether or not you want to wear makeup or not. And Munemi does also have an esthetician's license, so she kind of has these multiple perspectives, which I think is great. I don't know the qualifications of the other people who have gone into, who are sort of part of the formulation team, but I believe that she's worked with chemists and product formulators and things like that to sort of help with the development of the products. Sort of the ethos as well as a brand like Kahina, which sort of forms the brand around a very high quality, well-sourced argan oil. In Moon's case, it's really argan oil, and also prickly pear seed oil is another sort of cornerstone of the brand. It's a brand that's really focused on high quality ingredients, ethical sourcing, fair labor sourcing, sustainability practices, kind of all of those things. The minimalist aesthetic of Moon also is influenced by Munemi's Japanese background. That makes me think of a brand like Infiore, who also kind of has this Japanese infusion into parts of its line, especially like the 424 and the facial massage. Infiore actually has like a whole like Tokyo only line of skincare that just looks exquisite. And so I feel like Moon sort of infuses some of that those skincare principles, in particular with the toner, Anarose, which I'll get to when we talk about that. So this is everything right here, all 5 products in their range. In addition, if you shop on their website, Moon's website, you can also buy those special edition Aikiuchi bamboo, I think they're bamboo, face cloths for doing like a steam off cleanse, as well as a terry cloth headband in case you want to like put your hair back while you're doing a skincare routine. So the items in the range are Akwi, which is their purifying cleanser. They have a toner called Anarose. I probably have like that much left in here. Their face serum is called Aknari Brightening Youth Serum. Ayour Body Toning Serum. And then this extra large size of argan oil, just pure argan oil. It's 6.76 fluid ounces or 200 mils. So let me just discuss the items in that order. We'll start with Akwi, Beauty Heroes discovery from a year and a half ago. Raved about it then, raved about it, I believe, in my Best of Beauty 2016 or 2017, I can't remember, but I will have those linked below. I have basically raved about this product extensively in multiple other videos. I believe I did also do a face cleanser lineup video, and this is in there. It's basically a cleansing, sort of functions as a cleansing milk. This can be used as a first cleanse if you want. It could be used as a morning cleanse if you want, or my favorite way I think is probably as a second cleanse. First of all, it smells so good, but it's like a non-scent scent. So if you are someone that is sensitive to a lot of essential oils and strong fragrance in eco skincare, I would highly recommend trying this at least. So this is, the first ingredient in this is castor seed oil, which is really going to kind of lift makeup and SPF and things off of your skin. It also has argan oil, rice bran oil, cucumber seed oil, yuzu. It does emulsify very nicely with water, and what I like about it the most is for an emulsifying, not really oil cleanser, but kind of like a milky emulsion cleanser. It will rinse off the skin, but it leaves the skin with a bit of a plump finish. Now, this to me is in contrast to a cleanser like Mahalo Unveil, or to some extent even the Activist Botanical Cleansing Oil that I've been trying. Those rinse off very clean. The Mahalo Unveil especially, to the point where I didn't really like the finish that that cleanser left on my skin rinsed off completely. This, it doesn't really leave a film behind, but it does leave the skin like hydrated after rinsing off, which I personally really like. So I think that if you are normal or more dry leaning, you would really like this as a second cleanse rinsed off. But it's also a very nice light first cleanse toweled off with a cloth as well. Can't say enough good things about it. I adore it. It's effective. I think would be great for sensitive skin types because it's so just mild and gentle and refined and elegant and elevated. I love it. You can buy a sample of it for $12 on Moon's website, and the full size is $60. You get quite a bit of product, 100 mils, and it lasts a pretty long time. This is my second or third bottle of it, something I always want to have around. I think it pairs really beautifully with the toner as the second step. This is the Anarose Hydrating Rose Toner, which doesn't really even smell that strongly of rose. Like, think of something like, what's that rose water that everybody uses from Whole Foods? Like, blanking on the name of it. It's like got blue and white packaging. Do you know what I'm talking about? It smells nothing like that. It smells nothing like synthetic rose. Yeah, it smells super good. It basically smells like a very light aloe toner. Again, it's like a non-scent scent, but it is beautiful. And beyond that, the way that I feel this sort of resets your skin after cleansing and preps it for the rest of your skincare is exceptional. This is the only bottle of it I've had. I'm about that far done, and I would absolutely repurchase this and love to have it around. The first ingredient is rose flower extract, and then it's aloe juice, prickly pear stem extract, goji berry extract, white willow bark, so it does have just a very gentle bit of exfoliating properties. Daisy flower extract, which I know provides like sort of very gentle brightening and evening out over time. I have found it to be just absolutely beautiful on my skin. It will spray out. It doesn't spray out in a diffused mist. So in my opinion, this is not something that you want to like refresh on your face during the day, especially if you wear makeup. If you don't wear makeup, then you could easily spray into your hand and kind of apply like that. I remember when I talked with Munemi, she said that she really likes applying this on a cotton round and applying that way, which gives kind of more of an exfoliation. My preferred way is to just spray in my hand and apply, like pat into my skin, because I always feel like I'm wasting too much product when I spray it onto a cotton round. It just absorbs a lot of product. This product full size is $65, so sort of comparably priced to the cleanser, but even a little more expensive. This is sort of modeled, was sort of developed in the vein of Japanese skincare toner, which is a true toning step, which I think has gotten the meaning of that and the utility of that has, I think, gotten somewhat lost in the onslaught of the eco beauty takeover, because there is a difference between a hydrosol and a refresh mist and a true toner that's actually has a place in a skincare routine to rebalance pH and basically make the skin more receptive to ingredients and serums. At least that's my understanding. Not an esthetician, just an enthusiast. I actually didn't expect to like it as much as I did. Sort of an understated product, but one that I fell in love with it very quickly and just kind of wanted to keep reaching for it. My skin loves it and kind of don't want to be without it. Let's do a little hair check to make sure I'm not having any mishaps. Okay, so those were two really big raves. Now we're going to move on to the product that I probably had the least success with in the range, and that's the Aknari Brightening Youth Serum. This is probably 3/4 of the way full. I really did try and test it for a while. What ended up happening with this is there's nothing sort of overtly wrong with it at all. It's a very simple product. It's prickly pear seed oil, argan oil, and rose flower oil. All certified organic, all very high quality. I tried to get it to have a place in my skincare routine. I tried it in the morning, tried it in the evening. It was a little too heavy for me in the morning. Just in comparison to other face oils that I have, I wasn't reaching for it. So to me, it just indicates it's sort of difficult to describe because it's a perfectly fine face oil just compared to other things that I have been using. it wasn't really rising to the top for me. And to be honest, there's not really a great explanation for why. The best thing I can sort of think of is that, thank you, Train. My skin just didn't seem to take to it, if that makes sense. Like there's some face oils that I use and I just wake up and my skin is like very even, calm, happy, looks like it really enjoyed the product that went on it the night before. And then there's other face oils that my skin just is kind of like, you know? And this is a very individual thing. So I know a lot of people really enjoy this product, and I think with regular use, it is meant to, you know, as it says on the label, brightening youth serum. I think it's supposed to perhaps help fade pigmentation if that's an issue for you. It's a very minimal formulation. So if you're someone, again, that does not really love face or skincare products that have like 20, like the Tata Harper style ingredient lists, like 50 million extracts and things like that. If your skin doesn't like that, you might really like something like this. I think my skin likes prickly pear seed oil in a much more restrained way, something like the Kahina prickly pear seed roller ball, which I would really just use under my eyes. The stats on this are 20 mils for $95. You can sample 5 mils of it for, I mean, it's not even really sample, like deluxe sample, for $30. This has 86 5-star reviews on the website, so I highly recommend going to read those to get a really comprehensive perspective on this. I'm just sharing my own personal experience and resonance with it, but please go read all the other reviews. It's meant to function as a face, neck, and eye serum, so I really like that sort of philosophy. Actually, now that I just said that, maybe I will try and use this as a dedicated eye serum. I hadn't even, to be honest, really thought about that. Okay, now we move on to the body care products and sort of multi-purpose, but this is the Ayour Body Toning Serum. This is a unique product to me insofar as it's not really, like, I think it's sort of a misnomer to think of this as like a body oil, to lump it in with body oils, like all the body oils that proliferate the eco beauty space. I mean, there's a million of them. This is a body serum, and I can tell you from using it that it's important to make that distinction, because the main criticism that I personally would have of this product if I were thinking of it as a body oil, or that I've heard from other people, is that it's too heavy. It's in a base of olive oil, which is a heavier oil, cucumber seed oil, rosehip, prickly pear, lavender, and then it has some essential oils of frankincense, marjoram, neroli. If you were to think about having a serum for your skin, you probably wouldn't think to like douse your entire body in the body oil the way you might with sort of a lighter consistency body oil. When I spoke with Munemi about this product, it's really meant for, like, I don't even want to say like problem areas of your skin, but more sort of acute issues that you might be dealing with. So for example, keratosis pilaris on the arms, although in my opinion, that's such a finicky skin condition, and I think it's predominantly internally related, and topicals kind of only do so much, but that's just my own experience with it. But if you are having, you know, perhaps some episodic dermatitis or eczema, I do get that as well. Excessively dry patches, knees, elbows, things like that. Like, it's a very healing product. And the full size is 75. It's basically comparably priced to other eco beauty body oils, and I do think that you're getting like a very potent and loaded product. To me, it just basically has a sort of complex lavender scent profile. I liked it. I mean, I used it very regularly for a while, and then for some reason, like late 2017 and early 2018 has turned out to be like Mercedes is going to really get on the body care exploration bandwagon. I just have been testing a lot of body care products lately, so I haven't been using this as much recently, but I probably used about that much of the bottle. Predominantly would mix it with an unscented body lotion to sort of thin it out and use it on my arms or on my abdomen, where I actually do get weird eczema outbreaks sometimes. I have no idea why. It's not necessarily something that I think I would buy again, at least not right away. I think if you are prone to exacerbated skin issues on your body, it could be something really worth considering if you want those kind of, you know, prickly pear on your body, rosehip on your body, things like that. And then we end with another rave. I love this product, and it's so simple. It's a family-sized amount of argan oil. So this is 200 milliliters of pure argan oil for $70. So per milliliter cost, that's, I think, I haven't done like Stephanie Nicole style extensive industry research on this, but I think that's probably the best price you can get an extremely high quality argan oil for. I find it to be very comparable in quality to the Kahina argan oil. So those are my two favorites that I've tried. This one is even a little bit like less nutty or argan smelling than the Kahina. I happen to love the Kahina one, but you can tell that they're different. And it's not at all because this one has been deodorized or processed or anything like that. It's just literally the source that she has and the relationship that she has with these cooperatives that she works with, I think is important to mention, because I have heard sort of some rumblings of concern that people are like, that much product for that price, like what's wrong with it? Kind of consumer skepticism. And what Munemi told me over our Skype conversation was that she just gets a very good, fair price on it. She just literally does not want to mark it up anymore in terms of her profit margin. So she's basically giving consumers like a great price based on what she's able to fairly get the product for. If you are kind of new to eco beauty and looking to sort of build a starter kit, I would highly recommend this, or just kind of a very high quality argan oil in general. Really the only ones I think I personally would recommend are this one and the Kahina. This one especially because it's such a great price for a great quality, because you can use this for everything. You can use this as a face moisturizer, body moisturizer mixed with other products, mixed with lotions. It's basically unscented. You can use this as a scalp treatment, as a hair mask. You can use a drop on the ends of your hair. Possibilities are endless. And I think too, if you are willingly or not sharing your eco beauty products with a significant other or with teenagers who are kind of getting into beauty products, then I think this would be a great product to just kind of have for the family to use. Okay, so to kind of round out this video, my top recommendations from the range are Akwi and Anarose. I think that they're just such a beautiful combination for really all skin types, particularly people that want something that's really very gentle but elegant and elevated and not very essential oil heavy, beautiful effects on the skin, and the argan oil. These are the three things that I love the most from the range, and not that these two are by any means bad, they're just not as big of raves as these other products have been for me. In terms of the best tips I have for buying these products, if you're a Beauty Heroes member, Beauty Heroes carries 4 of the products currently on their website. The only thing that they're not carrying is the argan oil. They are also carrying a travel set. So for $75, you can get, I think they're all basically this size, of all 5 items in the range. I think that that's an incredible way to try everything out. If you are not a Beauty Heroes member and are not currently enjoying that 15% off benefit, I would recommend shopping directly on Moon's website. And I always have an indefinite 15% off coupon code that I can offer LAMOUR viewers. It's always down below in the description bar of all of my videos. LAMOUR Moon, all caps, to get 15% off any order on Moon's website. It doesn't expire. And what's nice about that code as well is that if Moon is ever doing site-wide discounts like 10% off or 15% off or 20% off, which they did over like Black Friday this last year, you can combine that with the LAMOUR Moon code. So I remember around Black Friday, people were getting 35% off. They do lots of gift with purchases and pretty regular discounts. I think they might have a new sign-up discount for 10%, which you might be able to combine with my 15% to get 25%, but I would have to check on that. If you have tried Moon products, I would love to hear from you in the comments how they've worked for you. If you have any questions that I didn't cover in this video, definitely ask in the comments. I would love to see them add some sort of masking situation to their line, like a weekly treatment sort of deal. So I like that they're tightly edited, but I do think that there's room for growth with them. So I think we'll just have to see what happens. I think that's all from me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you would like to support the work of L'Amour et la Musique, I am over on Patreon. Your donations help me to invest in new equipment, things like website development, editing software, vlogging equipment. Yeah, just helping me refine and grow the brand so that I can bring you more content like this. Oh, last thing I'll end on is if there are other sort of minimal but very high quality eco beauty skincare ranges that you would like to see brand reviews on, let me know. It's always helpful when they're small so that it's actually like feasible to test everything and give it a review. Like, I can't review the totality of a lot of these brands, but for something like this, it's really amazing to be able to give you guys a full brand review. I do have another one that I want to do soon with Lena Hansen. That's another brand I've tried everything from. They've been a great brand to work with as well, so I will be happy to sit down and film that hopefully in the coming month or so. Okay, now I'm shutting up. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys really soon. Bye.